number one beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another SEC rival, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Commodores will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go on the attack first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Has now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, he does the work. Catches the football. He's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Moving ball on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Here's the handoff. The Vols get enough to move the chains. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Scrambling away. Touchdown, Vols! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. Crosses to 45. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught behind the line. It's Roberts.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Volunteers are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very active. Making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Finds finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over LSU. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Reed. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Off the play fake. Buys a little extra time.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Time to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, a new set of downs.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break. just feeds the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Looking to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking for space, it's Roberts. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, and that wasn't a miss by much. And listen, as a quarterback, you don't want to miss inside. That's for sure where the danger is. But he leads him just a little bit too far out of bounds. You can tell receiver tries to throttle down, tries to get those feet in, but he couldn't.
Wow, it's a running room. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up. But it's an incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Commodores need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now on 1st down from the 43. Got his man quickly. On the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. String first downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Commodores are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a deception. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Set to kick it off.
And some room to work.
The return is tackled down at the 29. And the Tennessee offense will take over.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The give out of the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Commodores need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Hand to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Pace, 27, jump.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for space, it's Roberts. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Commodores in the hurry up. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. It'll be third and long. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Looking to throw on third. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. leaves it with the back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Commodores can really attack on this second and short. Running back searching for a hole. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Turning it on! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Commodores will have it 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. There he goes to the right. Defense trying to take it back. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 4 over LSU. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Oh, they're after it! And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Commodores will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Using his legs, it's Hardy. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got it behind the line. It's Jefferson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver there. Having the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown ball! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A high kick trying to pin them deep. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky.
Turning on the Jets. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Caught. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Takes a hit as he fires.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Get set.
The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they'll make a big play for this defense.
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Coming out with it, it's Warren. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fine play action. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So here is the Tennessee offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just...
Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He breaks a tackle.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
Number 98 on to punt it away.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games started. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game.